Hi everyone, so we are discussing about renal pathology. So in this picture you can see first of all it is a light microscopy finding, and second it is an immunofluorescence. So in the first one you can see that there are certain deposits outside the glomerular capillaries, that means in the mesangium. So this is a characteristic of IgA nephropathy, or we say Berger's disease. So it is IgA nephropathy, or it is Berger's disease. So here you are getting certain mesangial deposits that is observed in this picture. It is a light microscopy finding. Now when you look at the immunofluorescence, here you can see the immunofluorescence, it is mesangial immunofluorescence. Mesangial immunofluorescence. Now what are the points which you have to remember regarding this? So this Berger's disease, or we say IgA nephropathy, so it can be associated with a vasculitis. That means IgA can also deposit in the vessel wall, and that is which vasculitis is related with the IgA nephropathy. It is Hino-Schönlein purpura, HSP. So we have already said about the immunofluorescence and what are the antibodies, or what are the components in this mesangial immunofluorescence. You can see in this picture the mesangial immunofluorescence. So here it is almost like this is the basement membrane, or this is the glomerular capillary. So outside of that, in the mesangium, you are getting certain deposits. So that is giving rise to this mesangial immunofluorescence. And here you are having antibodies IgG, IgA, IgM, and also C3. All these complements. Now in IgA specifically it is IgA1, because IgA2 will get inactivated. What is running through the bloodstream is IgA1. So IgA1, so G, A1, M and C3. And importantly, remember that C3 level, complement level in the blood will be normal. In this case, in Berger's disease, it will be normal. So these are the points to be remembered. And remember, it is also related to which vasculitis? HSP. Okay, thank you.